Muay Thai, boxing, back work, beginners level 1. When we practice our boxing, our hands should be over the eyebrows. Distance between the feet, medium, not too long for the kicking, not too short for the elbow, just medium. And as well, we need to be aware of the range between the front foot and the back, which is called the distance from the outside, or external distance. Every time that I punch, the movement consists in 4 steps. I'm away, that means I cannot touch with the leg. So I'm outside of the range, of the kicking range. And when I step, I'm gonna start with the jab. I advance and I hit 1, striking, and I'm moving back, 2. So I'm just gonna be moving here and then 1 and 2, and moving back, in and out. Particularly in the beginner's level, I don't like to snap back the hand while I want to punch and put as much power I can using the power coming through the rear leg from the ground, pushing through the ball of the foot, through the hips, and all the way coming out through the hand. So when I punch, coming back, relax, and again. The other hand must be up, very important. Don't drop the other hand. And the most important of all is when you punch, don't open the arm here, because you will expose the liver. So every time you punching and coming back, nice and relaxed. The air, every time that we punch, we put it out through the mouth, making the noise that you like. And the foot, when the foot comes back, the hands come back. That is the jab. In the cross or rear straight hand, there are many different ways to do the punching, but I'm explaining according to our school how I teach the beginners. Again, I'm away from the kicking range, I cannot touch the bag, so that means this is a good distance. And when I'm gonna throw the straight rear hand, what I'm gonna do is first I'm going to advance with the front just enough to get the range, because from here I was not in range. I enter here and then I shoot the rear hand. At the same time, my right foot is going to travel, and when my foot touches the ground, it's going to rotate the hips, the toes pointing forward. From here is 45, pointing forward, and the knuckles are going to strike into the back. Then 3 and 4 coming back. So this is what I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and relaxed. Again, I'm pushing, punching with the knuckles. When I'm punching with the cross, my other hand does not drop and also don't open. Okay, we use launching ourselves, punching through. The body is straight as much as we can, and we advancing first to get the range, gain the range with the front, and the rear turning and moving forward, having the perfect timing to touch the ground and the knuckles at the same time. That's number 2. 3 and 4, I just move back again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another very good detail is when we cross, 1, 2, when I'm gonna move back my rear foot to go back, I'm going to bring this arm back and I'm gonna extend the other one. 2, 3, and 4. When I extend it, the palm is facing forward and the other hand over the eyebrow. It will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Used to control the center line when we're retreating. That is about the cross. In the hook, when we want to punch with the hook, again, we check the range, make sure we are away from the kicking range. If I'm gonna punch here, he already kicked me. So I need to make sure that the distance between me and my opponent is just outside of the kicking range. So in case he kicks, he cannot hit me. He needs to make a step. If I make a step, I can make a step out to evade or in to counter. So on the hook, there are 3 different ways to do the hook. The first one is a long hook. The hands are like this, punching here. I will say this hook is considered for following with the kick. The middle hook is parallel here, which is pretty much the most used in Thailand when you punch, and punch using this one. And also we have another hook that is inward when we punching when we are very close. We cannot punch here, so we hit with the back of the arm, or also when we parry and hit with the back of the hand. So again, this is the long, this is the middle, this is the hook. The body mechanics of stepping is the same thing. Outside of the kicking range, I enter, and let's gonna say now we're gonna use the middle one. When I enter, I push from the rear foot, I punch, my foot landing to the ground, and then my knuckles landing to the back. 2, 3. One, simple. The other hand is up, don't drop the hand, and don't open it. With the rear hook, is the same thing. When we punching out of the range, same thing as the cross, but this time we are going to we're going to turn the hand. Because the rear foot is too far behind, I prefer in the rear hook to make the long one, because I'm more far away than the front. The front I can manage better to put the 3 hooks, but with the rear, I like to put this because it's for the longer range. The other hand is still tied up into the body and no open. And footwork is the same. I advance, 1, 2. I turn, the punch hit when my foot turns the ground, the knuckles touch the back. Okay, that is the hook. So I have jab, jab, back, advance, cross, back, hook, back, and rear hook, and back. We try to strike ours as closer as we can into the center line. Jab, cross, and hooks. I don't like to punch here and jab there. We try to make a line into the back, and that is what we punch. If the back moves, then I keep looking to the new line. There is also one important factor that when I punch in, especially when I'm kicking, if the back is moving, I need to catch the back when it comes. Just push it, and relax, and push it when it comes, is the moment to strike. We don't want to strike the bag when the bag is moving away, like now. Because it will come more and more and more. If it comes and I punch now, the bag will move more and more and more. So actually, when the bag is coming into us, is the right moment to strike, because we're using all the weight of the bag behind. We can put more power into the punch. The uppercuts, same mechanic as the hook or the jab. Out of range, this is a kind of more difficult because in the uppercut it goes a little bit up and there is nothing to hit. But what we do is when I step, I go 45, put the foot in, striking, and back. 1 and 2. I don't drop the hand down. When I punch, I don't punch here. From here I use turn and hit, putting the hips, putting everything, turning, and the other hand is still there. By no means it goes in the back. With the rear uppercut is the same thing. Out of the range, I advance, I strike. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about the shoulders? The many people coming from the Western world, from boxing or kickboxing, they say that when they punch, they want to cover themselves with the shoulder. It's okay too. The problem is when you punch, you cover yourself. But when you move out and you are not punching, you don't need to keep your shoulders like this. You simply relax. Only when you punch, okay, you cover and then you come back into the regular position, into the natural position. So if you maintain all the shoulders all the time like this, what happens is you're going to be very tired, and with many years of training, you're going to have injuries in the spine, like keeping one position that is not natural to the body. We don't do this for 5 or 10 years. I do this already 30 years. So if something in the training is not very, very good for the body will tell me immediately. This is why we become in touch so much. We become sensitive about what we should do and what we should know in our training. Health and safety for me is primary. There is nothing in front of that, because if my body is injured, I cannot train. So we put a lot of emphasis in body mechanics, how to turn the body, how to generate power, little effort, but big energy behind each movement. As well, we try to use on each movement the body weight. When we punch, when we kick, we don't want to use only the arm, right? We want to use half of the body, as much weight as possible, so when we turn, when we kick or punch, whatever we do, the power is going through and the effect is really good. Yeah, because I'm out of the kicking range, from here I cannot punch. It's very far away, and I don't want to break my structure to reach the target, which is, I believe, this can be a suicide. Every time that we punch, we should be able to keep our body straight wide because we can block. Boxing and kickboxing are different than Muay Thai because Muay Thai has more weapons, more things we need to be aware of. Many people come to the school and say, yes, but when we punching, if we don't make the body lower and curving forward, we don't have a lot of power. Yes, it's true. We sacrifice some power of the boxing to gain other weapons, for example the knee, or for example the blocking. If I'm concentrating a lot of boxing from here, obviously our legs are not going to get up the ground in time to block or to kick. So we're trying to reach an agreement with our box, elbows, kicks and knees, so every weapon can be used at any time during the fighting or the sparring session. So if we really punch very low, then obviously we're giving a lot of preference to the punches, but the kicks or the elbows will not be as effective. So we don't want to do that in the school. This is Muay Thai, and Muay Thai has punch, kick, elbow, knee, clinching, and throw. So we make sure that every weapon is nicely sharp. So in order to do that, we need to have a certain stance that is a little bit different from boxing and from kickboxing. So I'm outside of the kicking range. In the jab, I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4. This is jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. The hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the upper. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the cross, the same. We want to make 4. Advance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the range, coming inside into the range. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the upper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's say we want to make different punches together, like a jab cross or cross hook, whatever, certain combinations. As well, we need to learn how to manage the distance between the feet so we can really make a proper combinations without losing balance and still having strength, power behind each punch. So when we do 1, 2, I'm outside, I'm gonna make from there 1 and 2. 2 steps and 2 punches. 1, 2. Most of the time when people do 1, 2, they make 1, 2 and launch the other one. They don't bring the foot back, and perhaps they are faster, they are stronger, but they are more vulnerable because if they miss and the person gets kicked into the back, they're not going to be able to block. So safety is first, and we try to every time before, during, or after that we executing one attack, we really want to be able to pick up the leg to block. So when I make 1, 2, 1, 2, from there I always can block. Why? Because my body has the right structure to pick up. If I make 1, 2 like this, and I don't move the other foot, I'm going to be rushing to bring the leg up in case the opponent kicks, so we don't want to do that. Okay? So again, 1, 2, or 1, 6, or 1 upper. Anything that starts with jab or with the hook and the cross is the same. It applies into left and right. Let's say we use right and left. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I advance, get into range, cross, and hook. One more time. Most of the people will do this. Advance with the right and then turn with the left. But again, we came into the same position. We cannot use the leg to block, so we don't want to use that. At this beginning stage is I advance first, then I cross, moving the right foot with the right hand, and I move the left, and I hit with the left, moving the left foot. From there, I just come out in a different angle. Again, one more time, starting on the right, advance, cross, hook, or advance, upper hook, or advance, hook, upper. Doesn't matter how we make it. We need to be very clear about the internal distance, the distance between the front and the rear foot. So that's the basics from the boxing that we did in the school. I hope you enjoy it, practice, and if you have any questions, just send me an email.